pets can't get sunburn, right? Wrong. Unfortunately, our dog and cat friends can get sunburn just like people do, so it's important that pet owners know how to recognize it and, most importantly, know some ways to prevent it. While any pet is potentially able to get sunburn, typically the pets that we see coming in with sunburn are ones that have thinner coats, areas with thinner hair, or even bald patches such as around their tummies or in their armpits. Because of this, the most common places we see sunburn in our pets are around the eyes, nose, ears, and especially on the tummy and in the groin and the armpits. If your pet has gotten sunburn, you might notice some of the following signs: redness, crusting, itching, flaking, blisters, or even pain. However, in these cases, what we really want to do is prevent the sunburn from happening in the first place. So if it's possible for you to get burnt if you go outside without protection, it's possible for your pets to get burnt as well. Like I mentioned, sometimes avoidance or prevention is the best way, so it's just making sure they're not spending too much time in direct sunlight. Here's some ways that you can do that. Avoid exercising during the hottest parts of the day. That means you'll also be avoiding when the sun is at its strongest. This is another great way to avoid things like heat stroke. Make sure that they've got plenty of shade at home when they're spending time outdoors. And also, I know that we've got sunbathers out there. Don't let them spend tons of time bathing in direct sunlight. If you do have a pet that is at risk or you have a sunbather, there is pet-safe sunscreen that we can use to help protect these pets. Now, it's important to make sure that we pick something that is pet-safe. I usually tell people we want to go for something that's at least an SPF of 30 and waterproof. We also want to make sure we're avoiding certain ingredients that can be toxic to our pets if they do some licking, and zinc is a main one to look out for. If your pet does have a case of sunburn and it's mild, it's usually not something to be too worried about, though we do want to prevent repeated episodes over time, just like we do in people. It's important to keep them out of the sun while it's healing, and if they do go outside, use something to either cover them or put some sunscreen on. If they do seem uncomfortable with a sunburn, it is okay to put a cool compress on to provide a little bit of relief. If you're worried that your pet's sunburn is more severe or they seem to be in pain, please do not hesitate to contact your veterinarian. In these cases, your vet may want to prescribe a pet-safe pain medication, and in some cases where we have blisters or open wounds, they may require cleaning or a prescription of antibiotics if there's a secondary infection present. It's also important that when these are healing, we want to keep our pets from licking them and preventing more trauma, because this can potentially make healing times longer. Remember, just like heat stroke or sunburn, skin cancer can also be a problem in our dogs and cats. So if you notice any strange lesions or spots on your pet's skin, please contact your vet to make sure that a full workup is done, especially if you have a sunbather. We all love the sun, we love summertime, and we want to enjoy it safely with our pets. So it's important that as pet owners, we know the things to look out for, and prevention is always the best treatment when it comes to things like sunburn.